for some like sleek, professional looking 5K kind of thing, yeah, you're not gonna find that here. This is as amateur as you could possibly get. Like, this is only cooking, okay? In fact, I keep it so real except for this freaking filter, because my life is crazy. So this is why I haven't been posting. I know that I kind of left off with doing a series about going and cooking stuff from different states. Well, guess what? I'm moving. I just want to say hello and thank you to all my new followers. But yes, I am moving out of state. And so things have been crazy trying to get all those ducks in a row. I'm moving from the Chicagoland area to Kentucky. So so I definitely am going to be getting back into my cooking channel. I love it, and I've missed doing it, but again, things have been, life has been lifing big time. Also, I've had some technical problems, okay? So I got an iPhone and the camera is really good, but it doesn't pause, right? And then the format is QuickTime. My editing on my computer does not accept QuickTime. So I have to go and then I have to convert. I can't tell you what a PIA this is, right? So then I went and I got this Android, and look at this picture quality. It's like 2011 called and wants its freaking, pixels back. Then there's like the whole ring light shenanigans. So then I bought this thing off of TikTok that's supposed to be like a suction thing. And so when I was making the chicken casserole video that you guys are going to see this week as well, I had it, magnetized up to my stove, and the phone fell into the boiling pot of stuff. It's not been the same ever since. Then I bought the itty bitty little fuzzy microphones that everybody's got clipped onto them, thinking that would make it like I could pair it with my computer maybe through, no. So instead I got this big ass thing. Like, look, I'm Gen X. I grew up with computers. I was doing, well, not really grew up, but like we were on the starting lineup of doing, I should have stuck with it, man. I used to be able to like go in and do code and change anyway, now I'm kind of dumb with the computer. So, and with the technology. So once I get settled, I definitely want to upgrade and like have better picture quality and do all the things and all of that. But honestly, my channel is kind of like when you walk into, say, a Chinese restaurant that has all the pictures of their food, but it's all yellowed and it's been up there and it's like faded from the sun and it's been up there for like 30 years and the booths are like, it's not dirty, but it's not aesthetic, right? And the food is gonna be fire. It's gonna be fabulous, like the best food ever. So that's kind of like what my channel is. Like, it doesn't look good, but I'm telling you, the food, when you taste it, it's chef kiss. So I do want to get back into doing something from every state, but I still occasionally get comments. I still get people sometimes watching my videos, even though I have not been actively, uploading. And I did have someone request more rotisserie chicken recipe. What I love about this request is that right now we're all feeling it at the grocery store, like sticker shock every single day, right? But the loss leader in every single store is still buying a rotisserie chicken. They know that draws people in because it's like, oh, quick weeknight meal. I don't want to cook. I'll just grab a chicken. They're delicious and they're relatively cheap. Now, I remember when you could buy a whole chicken, not rotisserie, for like $2.99, right? This is like 30 years ago because my kids were little and I used to do this all the time. I'd buy a chicken, I'd bake it, and then I would make all kinds of stuff out of it, right? Well, now a rotisserie chicken is actually less expensive than buying a whole chicken that you have to bake yourself, because that's how they're getting people in. That's Costco's, that's their hook, right? So I've actually learned a lot of different things to do with a rotisserie chicken. So today's video is actually kind of like on the tail end. I bought a rotisserie chicken, right, to make one of my casseroles that I kind of created out of the thin air, and it's delicious. I loved it. Everybody I've made it for loves it. It's very versatile. There's a lot of different things you can do with it. I just haven't had the time to edit that. But out of this chicken, not only did I make this casserole, which is humongous and will last for days and freezes really well, also I made a whole entire like pot of chicken stock, chicken broth, right? Because I like to use my own homemade chicken broth in recipes that call for that, and that is a lot more economical as well. And I got three different chicken salads out of it. Now, normally I would probably use one rotisserie chicken for one particular type of salad, but I just wanted to show you the different variations of chicken salad that myself and my family love to eat. So, thank you for the suggestion, and I love that. If there's more stuff you want to see, let me know. I still do have some more Olive Garden recipes. I also have some Applebee recipes. I also, because I used to work in a lot of restaurants, and like I got some recipes. So they're not necessarily copycats. Some of them are like legit original, but also, just an FYI, my channel does not have a niche. Like, I'm not like, oh, I'm all into healthy cooking, or I'm all keto, or I'm all gluten-free, or any of those things. Like, I will make something like ridiculously unhealthy, and then the next day it's like ridiculously healthy. It's like both ends of the spectrum, and then everything in between. I love making ethnic meals. I love making good down-home comfort meals. The dietary things, everybody can adjust it. So I do try to tell people, hey, you can substitute this or you can adjust that. Make it your own. This is basically like, hey, here's some basics. Here's some tools, and then you can build and create from there. So that's my thing, is just sharing delicious recipes. I started my channel in order to share stuff with my girls. I have 2 daughters, and they have kids now, and so sometimes they would be like, well, text me, what's this recipe? Well, here, I'll just make a YouTube channel cooking, and then you can just go watch that. Do they? Kids. But I love the fact that you all are here. Thank you for following me, and I really hope, I'm moving in 2 weeks, so once I'm more settled, I don't know what kind of, I'm staying with a friend of mine because I'm going to be travel nursing. So I'm definitely going to be having some tiny ass kitchens because I may have to be cooking out of an extended stay, but I will still do it. I'll buy one of those little electric burners. In fact, a lot of them have that. So even if I'm on the road, I'm still going to cook for y'all because I love it. I have missed it, but I've needed to kind of, recalibrate my life. But thank you so much for following. You normally will never see me because, this ain't the Food Network. I'm not the star. The food is. So thanks for watching. And of course, click like. You know what? You don't have to hit the notifications because that kind of like irritates me. If I had a notification for everybody I follow, my phone would be constantly blowing up. So I understand, but support if you want to share recipes on the Facebook or whatever. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Okay, foodies, this is my famous chicken salad. I'm using celery, but just so you know, this is the heart of celery. See that right there, right in the very middle? It's called the celery heart. That's what you use in mine. Got the celery, we've got red onion, red grapes, mine are, and green onion. You can chop the grapes however you want. I do a rough chop, plus some Hellmann's mayonnaise. You can use Duke's, that's okay. And sour cream. Any kind of mayo you want, but those are the ones I like. Of course, salt and pepper. And as you can see, I must be moving because my stuff is in, but tarragon. Tarragon is the spice. That is the star of this show. So we're gonna put it all into a bowl. Most people like, some people like their stuff drier, some people like it more creamy. I honestly think for myself, I used a little bit too much mayo here, but you want to do more mayo to sour cream. So I did 2 tablespoons of mayo to 1 of sour cream. But again, I think I probably could have cut down on the mayo. So it's all to taste. You can always start out with a little bit, and because you can always add more, you can't take away more. Now it's just salt and pepper, and here's the tarragon. Again, I can't give you a measurement. I measure with my heart. It's like a nice covering of it. And that is what really makes this flavor. You can add slivered almonds if you want to, and then you've got actually a Starbucks dupe for their chicken salad. But for me, I don't need the crunch of the almonds. I like it this way, and I serve it with, like sea salt crackers. You can put it in a pita, put it on bread. It is delicious. Everybody loves it. Hope you enjoy it. There you go. Now, we're getting super healthy. So again, now we have celery, just regular, not the hearts. This is spinach, chopped spinach. See? Okay, in case you don't believe me. And then again, red onion. Very, very basic. I'm gonna use the 25 grams of protein, the oikos, I don't know how to pronounce that actually, but it's a plain Greek yogurt, very high in protein. So here's my chicken, I put all that stuff in there. Here's the thing about the high protein yogurt. It's hard to find sometimes, so you don't have to use the high protein. You can just use any Greek yogurt. If you're like me and you're older, you're Gen X, we typically associate yogurt with like Dannon, fruit on the bottom yogurt, right? So like it sounds gross to use yogurt in a salad, but I promise you, look at this consistency. Literally, this tastes like sour cream. It's not our Dannon yogurt that we grew up with. It's very healthy. It's got the probiotics, and it's got the high protein. Even if you don't get the high protein, all yogurt has high protein. So again, I'm just adding salt and pepper to this. It is delicious, but here, I do have a secret weapon. I have a secret ingredient, and I don't expect everybody to be able to do this. I got this from the Spice House. It's called Lakeshore, well, now it's Lakeshore Chef. Okay. It's online. I'm not sponsored. I'm from Evanston, which is where this Spice House is from. It's a particular spice that they use, and it's amazing. And it elevates this to a degree that you wouldn't even comprehend unless you've tried it. So please, consider it. If not, this is a great substitute. The Knorr Leek recipe mix. I would only use 2 tablespoons. I would not use the whole packet. You can find it at Walmart. Sometimes that also is hard to find, but you can use anything. You can use Mrs. Dash onion and herb, garlic and herb. I would absolutely suggest though anything with leek, which is what I'm sprinkling in here. It elevates it to a ridiculous level. So, and really look at Spice House online, look at Spices Inc. online. They have so many different spices and different spice packets and different mixtures. It's really a treat. I understand right now, people are kind of strapped, but if you really are into cooking, those are places that you should check out. So you mix this up. It's yogurt. It's freaking healthy as yeah. Okay, so now I love Claudia. Cooking Claudia. Go check her out on YouTube. So we're gonna use cucumber, more red onion, cilantro if you can. I know not everybody can. Tomatoes, you can use cherry tomatoes. I'm using pickled jalapenos. You can use fresh jalapeno or serrano, and lime plus your chicken, okay?
garlic salt, and avocados. So that's what we're using. We're not using mayo. We're not okay. And this, the Suddenly Salad Supreme salad. This is by McCormick. It is really great in pasta salads as well. So I happen to have some, but again, I'm moving, so I'm packing stuff where I can lay it flat. I got my salt. I got my pepper. Okay. Claudia has a couple of different chicken salads. I suggest you go to her page. I'll link her below, as well as all the stuff I will link below. So I added the garlic salt. Again, it's like I'm measuring with my heart, using the Salad Supreme pretty liberally because it's very, very tasty. I've used it in a spaghetti salad too, and it's really, really good. I have a recipe where it's spaghetti with an Italian vinaigrette with that seasoning. Very, very good. So I put some lime already in there to kind of mix the seasoning with the chicken, so it'll kind of stick to the chicken. I was worried about my avocados because I've had them in the fridge for maybe a week, and you see how wrinkly and dark the skin is, but it's kind of like when you stick a banana in the fridge. The banana skin will turn black, but the flesh will still be good. So these avocados are still very good. The recipe, I think she did like 2 or 3. Mine were very small. So I guess it depends on what size your avocados are, but I used 3 very small ones. And I didn't have that much chicken. So again, because I'm trying to stretch the 1 rotisserie chicken for all these salads. So this is excellent on a tostada with a little bit of like Valentino hot sauce. I'm gonna use corn chips and just dip it up. It seems like it might be sort of, and then I'm putting more lime to keep the avocado from browning. It seems like it's kind of a guacamole with chicken, but it's not. Trust me, it's a totally different flavor profile. So I hope you enjoy this and try any of these.